Howdy y'all, Amber here and welcome back to Ginger Cowgirl's Nook. So today we will be coloring in 50 summertime miniatures, and I figured I'm going to color this cute little sunflower picture. And I'll be using my Caliarts today, so let's get started. So how has everybody been? Well, I hope everybody has had a wonderful 4th of July weekend. And you guys enjoyed the time with your family and your friends, and remembered all that we are proud to have because of those who served. And I just hope it was all around good for y'all. Excited to find out about my position that I got, or that I had interviews for. I haven't heard back from either one of them yet, but I should know by next week. So that will be amazing if I could get on with one of those companies and still be able to work at Securitas, because I actually really like Securitas as a company. However, I very much dislike that I'm pretty much sitting in a room all day. I find that very boring, especially when I'd much rather be one of those security guards that are out walking all day or something like that. So hopefully, the one at the hospital, I'll be walking around the hospital all day. And I believe not Securitas, but the Allied Universal, I'm pretty sure I'll be walking as well. The problem with Allied Universal is I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to end up, whereas with HSS, I know exactly where I'm going to end up. I'm going to be at the hospital here. I'll be an armed guard, so that would be good, because my ultimate goal is to work in an armored car or armored trucks with all the money from the banks. But in order to do that, from what I have gathered, I have to have some good experience of an armed guard under my belt to do so at first. So that is my hope with getting on with HSS. If I do, they would give me the experience I need in an armed guard position, so that I can achieve my end goal, which is being a security guard in an armored vehicle. However, I also found out something else really cool about HSS when I did the interview for them. So HSS has 3 main things they do security for: healthcare, airports, and government. So if I could get on with them, bust my ass, get on with a government job, then as a security guard within the government, that would be really cool. That would be really, really, really awesome. So I don't know, we'll see what the future brings. And like I said, I will have the interview today, and I will see where it goes. So it'd be awesome if I got on with them. But unfortunately, we're not going to be able to know until next week, because after I record this video, I will record the video that will get posted up on Friday, because I got a lot of stuff going on this weekend. And so unfortunately, you will not be able to know the results until next week, in which case I would have probably already the establishment I chose to by then. But I would look forward to telling you guys about it anyway, so I was going to make all of these flowers that first yellow, but as you could see, coloring that flower, it was kind of dying on me. So now I've decided I'm just going to color the sunflowers different shades of yellow and go from there. So I'm also very excited because next weekend I'm going to go, me and the wife are going to go paddle boarding with a friend of ours. And we may have to take the kids. We may not have to take the kids with us. Our friend is okay either way, but I'm hoping that I could get a babysitter to watch the kids so it could just be me and Maddie and her, because I think that will be a lot funner and more relaxing than having the kids come with us and then causing chaos and everything the little kids do. However, if I can't get a babysitter, I will still be going. I will just be taking the kids in their kayaks as well out with us. So that will also be nice. I'm very intrigued to see how that one works. Because I know her from work. She works at ACT, which is where I work, which is where I do security for. And we became, pretty good friends because of us having to work in the same place. Plus, my job works very closely within her job, so that will be really nice if it all works out. And then Maddie will have her friend here, and we'll be able to still hang out and stuff. So that would be really awesome. So I am very excited to see where that plays out too. Because, it's always nice to have people to actually be able to hang out with, like go paddleboarding with, or, rock climbing or hiking or whatever you prefer to do on your off time, to do that. So that will be awesome if it all works out and we all get along fine and it all works. So we'll see how that is. I also am about to get very, very, very busy again because, I haven't done it yet, but I was talking to one of my ACT coworkers, I don't know, last week, and they're on the softball team, on the co-ed softball team in the city leagues that we have here. And every week I ask him, how his game went, whatever and whatnot, because I actually like softball quite a lot. Last year I was on a softball team, and I was hoping to be on the softball team again this year. However, the person that my coach was just kind of took over the softball team last year, because the person that was originally the coach of the softball team ended up getting called, deployed over to wherever he needed to go. So somebody else stepped up and played the coach last year. Well, come to find out, this year the guy that was the original coach came back, cut everybody that was on the team last year. And so that sucked, because originally at the start of the season I was asked if I wanted to play for ACT, because technically I'm part of ACT even though I'm not. So I work at Securitas, but Securitas is the security for ACT. So my coworkers had asked me to play because they knew me from last year. And at first I wasn't going to, because I'm really loyal and I was going to stay loyal to my team, but then I found that out, and And so I was kind of upset about it, and I'm like, well, there goes my opportunity to play this year. Well, then my coworker came up to me, and he's like, hey, Amber, I know you played softball last year. I see that you're not on the same team as you were last year. Do you want to play? And I'm like, actually, I do want to play. And then I kind of explained the situation, and he's like, well, why don't you come play for our team? We need another female anyways. And I'm like, maybe that's a good idea. Maybe I should do that. So I talked it out, and it looks like I am going to start playing softball again this year, which I am super excited about. Plus side is, though, I don't have to pay for my own fees this year. My company pays for it, so like ACT pays for it, so that's really awesome. It's one less thing I have to worry about. So I really like that. I am excited to play this year again. But first I gotta get over and get my info over to my coworker so that he can put me on the roster and get all that going. So I'm probably gonna have to do that tomorrow when I'm at work, because I have his email on my computer at work, but I forgot to do it the last day I was at work. So I'm probably gonna do it tomorrow to see how that all goes. Or not tomorrow, but the next day that I'm at work. So, and then we'll play games on Mondays. I'm not sure when practice is, but games are on Mondays. So, and my coworker was telling me that they usually play at 6. There's a couple that they play the later games, but for the most part they play at 6, which I really like. Especially this year. Last year I was very thankful I was on a team that played in the second game of the night, because our game started at like 9 o'clock and I had to work until 6. So that would be me like getting home, changing, eating, showering, heading to softball right after work. So I'm actually kind of thankful that this one is in the early game, and that I get off at, well, I don't work Mondays anyways, and if I do start working Mondays, if I get hired at HSS, then I could just tell them that I need to be off work by like 3 or something, or even 4 would be a good time to get off, so that I could go home and essentially do the exact same thing. There's that. So, super excited about all of that. Really excited to be on the team. I was really, really, really sad, you guys. So sad when I couldn't play this year. But I guess it all worked out. So, and I mean, yeah, I missed a few games of the season, but there's still a lot of games. So that I could still possibly play in if I could get all this stuff figured out quickly. Still no word on our house yet. We're still figuring that out. I mean, I'm hoping that we could get it all taken care of and we could get out from underneath this house, because at first we're like, oh, this will be really good for us, and then it was doing okay, but then they changed the management and it just kind of seems like a nightmare now. So and plus it like doesn't fulfill our needs anymore, so like what's the point of keeping us all in a house that's far too small? You know what I mean? So color marker that I chose is running out, because then I want to pick different colors of yellow for the sunflowers. But I'm actually very glad I did, so I am actually very glad that I did do that, because it looks very nice. So. This picture reminds me of something that you would see on like a porch. It's very pretty. Very, very pretty. I am getting excited because I'm about to start the buddy color with Emma Colors. So I'm super excited about that. We are just coming to a conclusion on a picture that we both have and would like to color. It looks like it's going to be Jade Summer. I'm not sure what book or what picture yet, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be in a Jade Summer book, and we will use our alcohol markers. I will either use my Toiletries or my Caliarts. I don't know, depending on the page, I might just kind of decide that I'm just going to use my pastel markers, because I actually really like what it looks like to have just pastel markers, like color in pastels. So that might be really fun, depending on the picture that we choose to color. So she asked me to pick a few pages that I would love to color for the bedded color, send them over to her, and then she will pick for them. So I did that, and now I'm just waiting on the word for her to tell me what page she decides she wants to color. But I will for sure either use my Toiletries, my Caliart, or my Okuku markers, because those are the only alcohol markers I have, and that's what her preference is in Jade Summer coloring books, and I was glad because that's mine as well. I love coloring with the alcohol markers in the Jade Summer coloring books, because especially the grayscale ones. So we will see what comes of that. Again, like I said, super excited for that. Super excited. So I've done one buddy color before, and I actually quite enjoyed it, and then I had issues with when I wasn't here for a little bit because of some things, and now I'm back, and I'm very happy to be doing another buddy color. I actually greatly enjoy them. So if any of you would like to do a buddy color with me, go ahead and put it down in the comments. You could also find me on Instagram, message me there. I would love to do it with y'all. So there's that. So I'm super excited. So I think as far as this goes. I think I want to color all of this bike in the, well, I was going to do it in the warm grays, but it looks like it's run out. But at least it won't take me very long to finish this picture. It's almost done. So yeah, I'm really excited for that. And again, like I said, if any of you would like to do a buddy color, go ahead and let me know down in the comments below. Or you can hit me up on Instagram. I would be more than happy to do one with y'all. Kind of sad, my Caliart markers seem to be, a lot of them are drying out. But I mean, I've had them for a long time and colored lots of pictures with them, so there's that. So I do apologize if this picture is not perfect anymore because my Caliart markers are drying out. It makes it very hard to color with them. And I guess after I do this main frame, I guess I will be picking a different color to color the rest of the bike, because the Caliart marker is, as you all could tell, dying at this moment, so. And yes, I know I could put rubbing alcohol in them and probably refresh them for a little bit longer, but like I said, I've had them for a really long time, so I'm not too worried about them dying on me. Plus I also have my Ohuhu markers and my toiletries, so both which are fairly new, so not too incredibly worried at this moment. But I think I'm going to color these wheels and the rest with warm gray 7 instead of warm gray 5. So I've got a, since I started making the passies not too long ago, I've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 10 of them. And I got a couple more to make. And I am very soon, since I got me a little stockpile of them, going to put them up for sale to see how that goes, to see if people would be interested in purchasing them. I've made some really cute ones, and I'm making both boy and girl ones, so that's always a plus. And I've actually, so most of them you see are done with rhinestones and beads. I decided that I didn't want to do mine with rhinestones and beads. I mean, I do have some with rhinestones, and I do have some with beads, and some with a combination of both, but I decided that I was going to take the sequined route, and I'm actually very happy I did, because I love the fact that we could pile on different color sequins to give it a really awesome effect. So that will be fun to see where it goes. And if you do want to see any of my passies, go ahead and hit my link in the bio, and that'll take you to my Instagram page where I have posted them. as far as picture goes on to I posted them on there so that y'all can look at them if you guys are interested in maybe possibly purchasing one, or if y'all just want to see what they look like. So those will be over there on my Instagram. And I do have some pictures over on my Instagram of ones that are not for sale, because I took pictures of those ones to show different styles of them, but those ones were either already purchased by somebody else or they were made for somebody else already. So those ones won't be for sale, but I do have quite a few that are for sale that I will be putting onto my Instagram very soon. My first couple batches is on there, but since then I've made a couple more batches of them, so I think I'm just going to take a full-blown picture of them all, post them all on there. So I don't think this looks too bad with the two different shades of gray on the bike, but I did realize that while I was coloring this tire over here, that over in this little corner, I skipped a whole lot of the basket. So I'm going to quickly go and do all of that. There we go. Now, since I fixed my little mess up, I'm trying to decide if I want to color these spoke thingies the same color as the tires, or if I want to dip into another gray to do so. I think, though, that I'm going to dip into another gray to do so. I think I want to do blue gray 7 for this part. I think it'll bring a good fun contrast to the picture. So let's go ahead and do that. And we will see if I made a horrible, terrible mistake. But I do think that these colors will be just different enough that you'll be able to see the difference, especially when the page dries. Yeah, I think it looks alright. I think it'll look a lot better when it's all dry. And maybe I just gotta go through my Caliarts and get rid of the ones that are dying, because it seems like some of them I'm okay using, and some of them there was like absolutely no ink in them. So maybe that's what I'll just have to do, is go through and get rid of all the ones that are drained up. I could use them, or I could do what I always do and pass them down to my children and then buy me some new ones. But I don't know if my hubby would be okay with that, because they're not exactly cheap. But who knows? We will see. But for right now, I'm good. Because I got other sets of alcohol markers. Because I got my toiletries, I got my new pastel collection, so I think I would be okay, but it would be nice to get new Caliarts at some point. Because I actually quite like the marker. Funny because I got these markers and I got my toiletries, and you know, they were a little ways apart but still fairly close to each other, and I thought that my toiletries would run out of ink faster, because if you've seen the toiletry markers and the Caliart markers, they are so much smaller in like size comparison. Like the toiletry markers are like just a little tiny bit bigger than like a fine liner marker would be, whereas our Caliarts are pretty big markers. But it seems as though my toiletries might last a little bit longer than my Caliarts, because I haven't found one that dried out of my toiletry markers yet, and I have a couple on my Caliarts that I found that have dried up. So, and I color about the same with both of them, like as far as like pictures and stuff go. In fact, if I had to say that I have colored more with my toiletry markers than the Caliart markers, I apologize for the fan and the fireworks if y'all could hear them. If you can hear them, just ignore them and bear with me, because I sit at my desk, which is next to my window where we have our fan in, and then also you can hear everything that's going on outside. So if you hear the fan or the fireworks, please just ignore it. Challenges, if so, I'd like to hear them in the comments. Okay, what color should I color these balloons, guys? Let's do So this is supposed to be a really, really bright pink, and it actually looks more like a red on the picture, but I guess that's why I should have looked at my color swatches in the first place. But I did not, so we're just gonna roll with it. What do y'all think about the picture so far? I was actually at first very worried when I chose markers that were starting to go out, that were drying up, but I think I kind of pulled it all out in the end. What do y'all think? Y'all think it got pulled out in the end? Or do you think this is a coloring page that goes down into coloring hell because you messed it up so bad and you're like, Tell me what y'all think in the comments. Down below. I do not know what's up with me today, y'all. It seems like I'm coloring out that I'm having bleed over more than what I usually do, and I don't know if that's because I haven't colored for y'all in a while, or I'm not sure, because I know I've colored in this coloring book with these markers before and I didn't have as much bleed over as I feel like I am having right now. Right or wrong way to color. So I think as far as the balloons go, I don't think I want to color them fully in. I think I just want to like outline them in color. So like you get a hint of color, but it's not like a whole colored balloon, because balloons are see-through anyways. I think that's what I'll do. Question is, what color should we color the balloons? Maybe we'll do different shades of purple balloons. That might be a good idea. Alright guys, we've almost finished this picture. If you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate that. And if you like this type of content, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And if you do subscribe to my channel, go ahead and hit the little notification bell so that you will get notification each time I upload a new video. Now let's see, what purple should we do? I think we should do these three. Remember, oh look, see, this one's about to dry up too. What the heck? Yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna have to go through my poetry or my Caliart markers and get rid of the dry ones. depending on how many ones are dry, might be better just to throw the whole set away and just get a new set, but I will figure that in time. I really don't like that one, so we're going to get one more purple. We're going to outline that middle one again. Here we go. There you have it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. And remember, be wild, be crazy, be bold, be you, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. Until next time, bye guys!